1941, Germany is advancing across Europe, while Japan expands its powers over vast stretches of Asia, and its eyes on the Pacific. Now, the United States stays out of the war, but imposes an oil embargo and freezes Japanese assets to cripple their war-making ability. To project strength, the year before, President Roosevelt moved the Pacific Fleet from San Diego to Hawaii, 2,000 miles closer to Japan. For the young American sailors, the war in Asia feels far away. They enjoy island life. In Washington, tensions mount as Japanese and American diplomats attempt a peace agreement. The Japanese military, however, has little interest in negotiating peace on this seemingly quiet Sunday morning.
I saw men all blown up, men with no legs on, men burned to death, men drowned in oil.
Two waves of Japanese planes attack American military installations at Pearl Harbor. In just 90 minutes, they sink or damage 21 ships and destroy 347 planes. Nearly 2,400 Americans are dead. Almost 1,200 wounded. The United States Pacific Fleet is decimated.
December 7, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. I ask that the Congress declare that since the unprovoked and dastardly attack by Japan on Sunday, December 7, 1941, a state of war has existed between the United States and the Japanese Empire.
Days later, Germany and Italy joined Japan by declaring war on the United States. The president's speech unites a previously divided nation. The news only gets worse as Japan begins attack after attack in an attempt to dominate the Pacific.
And just now comes the word that a second air attack has been reported in Manila.
We have just received word here that Guam is in trouble.
The Japanese overrun American and Allied territories across the Pacific. Americans are terrified. Fear spreads. Japanese spies are presumed to be everywhere. new attacks imminent.
The Army and unidentified planes were over Los Angeles, and the planes been sent aloft to determine if they were enemy aircraft.
Just 8 weeks after the attack at Pearl Harbor, a panicked nation rounds up its Japanese-American citizens and ships them off to internment camps. Japan continues its assaults in the Pacific as Americans tune in to follow the fate of their troops. The news from the Philippines isn't good.
They're not near yet. We are waiting for God only knows what.
A month later, the entire Philippines is lost.
Damage terrific. Too much for guys to take. The white flag is up.
The Japanese forced the surviving Americans and Filipinos on a brutal 5-day, 65-mile march. Thousands of POWs perish at the hands of their cruel captors during what becomes known as the Bataan Death March. On the other side of the world, things look equally dire. Germany has conquered most of Europe. Their U-boats dominate the Atlantic, sinking one helpless American merchant marine ship after another. The confident Germans even dare to stalk us in the Gulf of Mexico, hunt us off the coast of North Carolina, and chase us amidst the shadows of New York City. Until, by mid-1942, they have destroyed 500 of our ships. The situation is desperate. The United States is in danger of losing the war. A war America is ill-prepared to fight. What Americans do have, however, is resolve.
No matter how long it may take us to overcome this premeditated invasion, the American people in their righteous might will win through to absolute victory.